It's true, though, ain't it, Joe? What they're saying in the change.
And what's that, Nick?
That you made enough blunt from the South American scheme to take a pop at any short-heeled wench who takes your fancy.
That I might. I must admit, marriage has been much upon my mind. Been alone too long. Time I took another wife, settled down. I've done well. Something on your mind, Mr. Noakes?
Hardly, Joseph. No one can deny you've done well.
But
But?
there is a qualification hovering about your bone box, sir. Out with it.
No, sir. No, sir.
Out with it, damn your eyes.
Out there, mayhap you didn't notice as you entered? Mrs. Glanville is perambulating, putting it about that she intends to petition for damages against you.
It's true, Joe.
Aye.
Why in God's name?
Her husband lost his shirt when the South American investment crashed.
For some extraordinary reason, she blames Joe. Progenitor of the whole scheme.
He could have got out in time, as I did.
But then he had no warning, did he? No, Joseph, as I say, no one can deny that you've done well from the Venezuelan bubble. Question is, have you done right?
Glanville took his chances, put his fortune in hazard, as did we all. It's not my fault, and it's not my concern.
Now the poor fellow rots in the Marshalsea prison. A fine day's work, Joseph Bloxham.
If you'll excuse me, I must be elsewhere.
Ah, the new house, the manor. How goes it, Joe?
Well, very well. I'm promised the work will be complete by tomorrow.
Very pretty speech, Joe. You omitted a tiny detail. Glanville leaves a wife and 3 children.
Come on, Joe. I'll walk you back to Geep Manor.
What did you say? Geep Manor? Is that the place you have bought, Geep Manor?
Something amuses you, sir.
This is the shining beacon of modernity that we have heard so much about.
It will be once my improvements are complete.
Improvements. The only way to improve that property, sir, is to raze it to the ground and sow the land with salt.
What the devil do you mean?
It's nothing, Joe. You're new to these parts. It's the house. People say...
Oh, they do they? What, ghouls? Spooks? Well, I hereby give notice to any ghosts in residence. Joseph Bloxham is moving in.
Late again? Friend Bloxham.
A little. We had an appointment.
May I?
Aye. I'll not gainsay it. Something is troubling him.
Conscience?
Not Joe.
Could it be the house, do you think? Geep Manor, living up to its evil name.
Nonsense.
You know, when I was a lad, we used to like to play in the grounds of the old place. One day, my fellows played a trick on me. Left me there, alone. And though the sun was blazing down, bless me, I can hear the drone of the bumblebees even now, and smell the jasmine in the garden. I felt so afraid. Clammy with terror. Alone there, with the manor seeming to stare down at me. Its windows like the half-closed eyes of a corpse.
Did you see anything?
No. But the sensation, the dread, has never left me. Which is why, my dear Nick, I do not envy Joseph Bloxham his tenancy.
He has spoken to me of it, only a little, mind you. It seems that there is something not quite right about the wainscoting.
The wainscoting?
He says that there is something in it.
But the stuff is new, is it not?
It's the finest timber that the builder could buy, so he says.
Then perhaps it is not as strange as it sounds. Keep Manor has always drawn evil to it, as the sponge draws water. What's the name of this fellow, the builder?
Coil.
I think I may pay Master Coyle a visit.
With what purpose?
The laying of a ghost.
Was you thinking of some building work yourself, sir? My rate is very competitive, though, I say so.
Yes, we shall come to all that in due course. First, a question or two.
Of course, sir.
In the matter of paints.
I favour a mixture with oil added, sir. Though the odour is noisome for a day or two, the final effect is very wonderful. And green is very fashionable.
And what of that marvellous wainscoting in Mr. Bloxham's drawing room?
Oh, yes, sir. Lovely job.
Good solid timber.
Oh, indeed, sir.
Where did it come from? Come, sir, the timber. Where did you get it?
It was excellent stuff, sir, no rubbish.
I don't doubt it.
They tore it down 2 years back. All that lovely wood. Seemed a shame to waste it.
Tore down what?
Tyburn, sir. Tyburn tree.
You mean to say that Bloxham's wainscots are made from a gibbet?
Not just any gibbet, sir. Tyburn tree. All 3 legs of the old girl. My old mum didn't like having the timber in the house. Reckoned it should have been burned.
Burned? Why?
She said it held too many memories. Too much blood. Maybe it might have a taste for it, she said. Maybe it might still be hungry. Have I given offence, sir? What is it?
It is the sound of bumblebees, Master Coyle. The scent of jasmine. Good night. Nicholas! Nicholas! What the devil? Bloxham!